and it's going to be green light racing here at Monza. Here goes Noah. We're going to try and go wheel to wheel with the leader, Vic, once again, back on the top step. We did say take it easy. Oh my goodness. Sinead's going to go for it here into 14, 15. Side by side, is it going to be Mercedes or is it going to be a BMW?
Hello, there we go. Welcome everyone to the stream. Apologies for that. We had a little moment of technical difficulties, but we are all good to go now, thankfully. Glad to have you with us today. And don't forget to visit phoenixsimsport.co.uk for the shop. Check out some of the awesome merch that we have, and plus keep an eye out for the amazing features that are coming very soon as well. We've got a couple in the works. I'm sure you'll be very excited to see when they go live. If you are in the need for some racing gear, don't forget to visit our affiliate Asetek Sim Sports and use the code PhoenixSimsport for 5% discount at the checkout, which is very, very good. Some awesome gear there. I personally highly recommend them. And a new affiliate we have just brought on board. Very excited to announce. Track Titan, that's the very one. There we go. Absolutely brilliant stuff to have got them on board. We're very excited to now be affiliated with Track Titan. A very, very useful tool for helping find your pace. I highly recommend checking them out. You get a 30% discount on subscription. 30%. 30%, that's awesome. 30% discount and a 30-day free trial as well. So even if you don't like it, and I'm sure you will, you can try it out for 30 days for free. Just use the link that we have in the server. If you need a hand getting to it, please, 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 just reach out to us. I would be more than happy to point you in the right direction. But that's not what you're here for. You are here for this. Some wonderful racing and my good friend, Mr. Tachus. Mr. Tachus, how are you doing today?
I'm good, and you?
Good, good, good. Yeah, doing very well indeed. But I tell you what, and just as we see someone spinning out of turn one there, as we can see, very difficult conditions out there today. To be quite honest, I think this is a day for boat racing.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it's looking like very tricky conditions out there for everyone. We are currently on board with Mr. Crossland, but Riviera is the first to put a lap in. 36.427 for the Ferrari man. Spinner comes along in behind with a 37.4, 1 second slower than his fellow Ferrari driver. Then McMahon is next. Let's just bring up the times actually, so you can get a little bit of a look. So at the minute, Riviera is out there setting 2 purple sectors, but McMahon has the purple 3rd sector. So let's see if anyone can reach that 36.4 lap time. Flooded track out there today. Very, very difficult conditions indeed.
Especially on this track.
Yeah, for sure. It's one of those tracks that are particularly difficult in these conditions. It requires a lot of confidence. There's quite a few corners up towards the back end of the track, that you just have to tiptoe through. So how are the drivers going to deal with it today, to choose?
How can I say that? I think the skills will be massive here,
Yes,
just to
yes,
keep on the track.
for sure, for sure. It's going to be
Currently, with all that tricky combination, all that stuff, that would be way more interesting. Yeah.
yes, indeed.
The fact that even the straight line are a little bit curved.
Yeah, exactly. There's almost no proper straight here. It's all a bit of a twisty track. So, yeah, it's certainly going to be very interesting out there today. Quite a few drivers having set a lap time so far. The ones really to keep an eye on are probably F. Fuller, car number 12, who does just set a lap time and goes P3. That is a 37.2. So
You want to get the revenge of the of Solder.
yeah, exactly. You know, so it's going to be interesting to see who takes pole here today, and then is able to lead into the first corner.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see for spinning.
Yeah. Let's see, can we tell? Car number 12, I think that was. Who is Voller, who caused the yellow flag. But looks like they're back underway once again. Let's take a look at Helicam with McMahon, who is currently 5/10 up on his lap time. So that would be
pole right now.
Yeah, it would be enough for pole. But Riviera is also improving as well, so it's not going to be a given. But this is impressive.
Yeah, is very fast right now.
Yeah, for sure. And there we go. Riviera then does pop in a 36.1. That is such a good lap time. McMahon's going to be a little bit off.
But still 1/10 behind. The only driver was that close because like the Waller with P3 is 1 second off Piquera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and BQ has just popped in another lap time, 37.1. So yeah, only two drivers right now in the 36s. The question is the rain getting worse? And that's why it looks like the rain actually is getting a little bit less. So maybe towards the end of this session, drivers are actually going to be able to go a little bit quicker. Let's see who else is improving a lot. Crossland is another one that is improving quite a lot here. 6/10 improvement. Not quite enough to gain a position.
I've managed to configure race control nice.
Ah, superb, superb. A very, very useful tool for being able to...
definitely need the second screen.
Oh, yeah. It makes it an awful lot handier if you have it on a second screen. Crossland then does improve. Still a P9, but only 2/10 behind Ruiz ahead. Car number 30 on a 38.6 for now. Voller then is the next driver to be on quite an improvement. Let's just see what it's like to be a passenger in that Lamborghini. Hello, Bytac. Thank you very much for joining us. Glad to have you here. Oh, and someone's sliding off track right in front there. Oh, Voller was up on his lap time, but unfortunately, I think we commentator cursed him there because he was doing well until we went on board. But let's see what Ben can do.
I think the condition getting worse. I just heard the thunder.
Interesting. So, yeah, the drivers aren't really going to be able to improve too much then, I don't think. It's
starting to be tricky right now.
Yeah.
So what's the condition right now? Can we see it something?
Really, I think this is always peaking when the stream is on. I'm glad to see that, Bite Hack. Glad to have you with us. I'm sure you must be looking at these conditions, just thinking, I've driven worse, Mr. Rally Man. These guys, a little bit of wet tarmac, sure, that's easy.
Race driver are on another planet. You can put them on a wet, dirty track that can be still the fastest.
Yep, precisely. But it's interesting that the skills that the wet weather tests is very different. It's all about, you know, your throttle control, your brake control. You know, it's not necessarily about trying to hot lap every lap. So it's going to put a little bit of different pressure on the drivers, and we might see different people getting good results here today. We saw earlier in the early cup that a couple of fast drivers, unfortunately, didn't get on the podium because they pushed too hard and spun out. You know, that's what can happen in these kind of conditions. But Ben Koo back in the pits for now. 9 minutes left in this session. Let's go on board with
We have an interesting livery.
Yeah. Very nice livery. I do like Ben Koo's car number 92.
I love this one.
Yep. Very nice indeed. We're on board with Darkness right now, who unfortunately doesn't have any sponsors for this season.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's just a plain green car.
Green,
so,
green Aston Martin.
yeah, kind of like McLaren.
Oh, let's hear. I just see a ferry spinning behind Darkness.
Ooh, I didn't see that. That was a good catch.
I think it was. It was Ferrari. I think it was.
Very easy to do. Oh.
I think it was Ruas.
Oh, Rez. Okay.
Yeah, that's. This was an official livery.
Oh, now, take a look at this. I hope you don't mind me
What?
just...
Show me.
Wow. This, we've just seen Mr. Ferlinski, yeah, on ACC is never easy. Yeah, no, you're right by that. It never is easy. We've just seen Shanae join this server. What kind of lap time can he do? But take a look at that livery. Let's just take a spin around the car. I hope he doesn't spin.
You see a lot of cars with the same livery.
Yeah. And unfortunately, as we go on board with Shanae, he does unfortunately spin. But returns to pits, so he'll be okay.
You see, 1, 2... How many livery we have? 3 with Lynn.
Yeah, I think
Viper also have one.
The 757 team all have
currently.
I think they're
Lynn
anniversary
also have a livery like that.
Yep.
We have a lot of everybody's spinning right now.
Yeah. I think track conditions. Well, it just looks flooded to us, but yeah, it just looks really difficult out there. But yeah, I think this is. It looks like this is 757 Motorsport, their anniversary. So happy birthday to 757 Motorsport, and hopefully you have a good race today, guys. They've already wrapped up the team championship, which is a brilliant result for them. And drivers, yeah, exactly. So really, it's all just about going out there and enjoying the racing here today, which it's tricky. I should probably say enjoying the sailing rather than the racing. But yeah, it's going to be interesting today anyway. 6 minutes left to go, and ooh.
Trying to be tricky for Shanae to getting a good lap.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Currently 1.6 seconds of the P1.
Yeah, let's just go on board with Shanae, actually. Well, it's very difficult to see that. Maybe we'll go with passenger instead. Nope, passenger view is completely useless as well. Let's go for bumper, and there's a wild Mercedes on the outside. And Shanae is going to take us around 4 a lap. In fact, let's commentate a little cheeky lap as Shanae starts his next one. He's not really improving on this lap, so...
I think this lap is invalid right now.
Yeah, it looks like it is, yeah.
Cool.
So it's, this might be his out lap, actually. But anyway, here
Yeah,
we come.
probably.
We're going to open up the final corner as much as we can to get a brilliant drive onto the main straight. And then we go full power all the way down the main straight, which isn't very straight at all. Then we pick our braking marker, which is an awful lot earlier than you normally would. Try and sweep the car in. The track falls away from you as the grip just tends to just not quite be there. Brake as late as you can into the hairpin. Get the nose in down to the apex. Late apex there for Shanae. Full power then. Avoiding the curbs as you should do in the wet. As we come to turn 3, flick the car in, let it go out as wide as you can. Don't touch that curb though. Down towards turn 4. Again, you want to just dab the brakes just enough to trail brake the nose all the way in. Track rises up on the exit. There's a horrible bump on the right hand side there you want to avoid as we then come down to the back end of the circuit, diving into the forest, basically the straightest part of the circuit here as we dab the brakes once again, down the gears, sweeping the car around. This is an awful lot slower than it normally is in dry conditions. Flick the car in once again. Usually you want to go really wide here, you don't want to in the wet, so we keep the car nice and tight as we flick the car once again. Another right-hander blind as we come up over the crest, and again avoid going wide there. There's no real curb on the exit. Nice curb we can use on the inside as the track falls away once again, and coming back up over the rise as we come down towards the final corner. Dab of the brakes, flick the car in. You want to apex the latest possible, get on the throttle nice and early, but this car wants to slide out as it comes around the corner. Is this going to be a 37 flat? It's a 36. He is in the 36, yeah. So at the moment, it is looking like
struggling a lot.
Yeah, so in these conditions, Shanae just that little bit off the pace here. Now the McLaren does have 20 kilograms of ballast here.
20 kilogram, wow.
Yeah, it's an awful lot of ballast for the McLaren, but the McLaren usually is pretty good in wet conditions, which is why it usually does have that little bit extra ballast. Oh, excuse me. So
starting to get in the last 2 minutes. Shanae is currently P4. It's gonna be tricky for him to get even in the podium position if you continue like that.
Yep, definitely it's going to be tricky indeed. I mean, it's not all over just yet, but you can see that it's just losing a little bit of time in every sector, really. He's 3/10 down in Sector 1, 2/10 down in Sector 2, and what's that, about 2/10 down in Sector 3, so it's a lot, you know, all over the place. He did miss out on a lot of practice, though. We didn't see him in the practice session. So that might be why, just a little bit off the pace here today. But that means we get an exciting race, don't we?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Good, funny race with a lot of overtake, battle for P1.
Which is exactly what we want to see. And final runs are going to be happening right now. Shanae is not on a valid lap at the moment. He'll get to do one more, but Riviera is improving on that 36 by 2 to 3/10. It's down to 1/10 now. He's lost a little bit of the time when in the Sector 2. He's lost it all, in fact. So he's gonna have to absolutely push it the rest of this session. He's not really improving now. Crossland is improving by 8/10 though. That could very well be a P6 for the Mercedes man if he is able to finish this lap. Let's go on board actually with Crossland and see how he does for the rest of the lap. 9/10 improvement as Riviera gives up then, not going to improve on his lap, so is satisfied with what he's done so far. Crossland improving by even more here. He could even get up to P6, never mind P7. Coming around the final corner, he's lost a little bit of time and not early enough on the throttle and catches a little bit of grass. He's going to lose a few tenths on the way to the line. He had a little bit more pace there for probably moving up to P7, but he's going to have to settle for P9. Webby is going to have to settle as well for P7. That's best he can do in this session. Ben Koo settling for P3. We've still got Mr. Ferlinski out on track, only improving by 1/10 of a second though, 2/10 coming around the final corner. It might be enough for one position, coming towards the line. And it is P3. Okay.
Wow, what an interesting qualifying.
Yeah. Now that is going to make the race rather spicy.
Second time he's not on pole, I think, this season.
That's right, yeah.
Or third time, I don't remember. Maybe
yeah,
pole maker.
Usually he is one that has qualifying on lock, but yeah, today it just was not on the cards for him. I don't think, you know, like we haven't seen a single purple sector from him, so just a little bit struggling on the pace today. El Par coming around to finish his lap, and it is a 1.4 second improvement. Let's see what we can get to, and it is a 49.585 for P15. So let's take a look. Yeah, Kevin, that is the ultimate question. You've got the pace today. Kevin saying in chat, I can take a pole away from Ferlinski. Can I take a win now? Hopefully. Kevin, we are going to be hoping for an excellent fight today. Definitely we hope that at the very least we have a great race. And yeah, good luck today. What do you think, Sinead? Can Kevin take the win today? He's been so close so many times this season. Maybe the wet weather is a spanner in the works for Sinead, and maybe that's what Kevin needs to take it today. What do you think?
Now it's a moment for Rivera to take a win. Take a win he needed for the championship. Take the win that he wanted to have a couple races ago.
Yep. Exactly.
Now I think he will do everything to get that win. Now that Sinead is right behind, but is Sinead gonna get more pace as the race comes out? Because I mean, the lack of training that we've seen from Sinead currently get him with a little bit of lack of pace, but still get the pace was to get him P3. So let's see how it goes during the race. Sinead might get even P1 at the start. He will do an amazing start. Let's see, we get Ackman right in front of him. We still also have a good pace, very close to Rivera during the qualifying. As the battle will be between these two or the three. If Sinead can keep up with the pace of these two be in front.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the trick. It might be a tactical battle today. So we are going to be starting in wet conditions, and the rain is going to continue throughout the session. As you can see at the top
the track is
of
shiny.
The screen, the track is very shiny indeed. But it's not Sinead, it's Riviera's track. So Riviera with a clean view. Sorry, that was a terrible joke. It's Riviera's track today. He's got the clean view in front of him, as does Zed McCann. But Riviera's got the inside, but it's really tricky to spot the breaking point for turn 1 here at Brands Hatch, because the spray is absolutely crazy, and you know the track starts to curve well before you can actually see the apex. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, it will be tricky for the guy behind, but
Oh.
for River McMahon, it would be easy.
Oh.
They have no spread in front of them, except if
Yes.
River gets right in front of McMahon.
Yes, indeed. Riviera is going to have the most beautiful view down to turn 1, has full view of all of the brake markers. Yeah, let's see who's going to make it into the lead, or keep the lead in turn
I
1.
think River will keep the lead. He got inside. But yeah, because Shane is right behind Rivera also.
Yeah, and that
really
pressure is going to be, be constantly there. You've also got the likes of Benku, Voller, who are also going to be in that kind of fight. Probably Spinner, Webb, and Flynn may drop back a little and create the kind of second battle there for P5, 6, and 7. But again, when it comes to racing in wet conditions, you just don't know how it's going to end up. Yep, it's going to be an interesting race out there today. Question is there many changes the drivers are going to do today, and what strategy do you go for?
I think it's gonna be the same strategy. Maybe they will not change tires. It depends on how they drive. If they have a lot of oversteer or understeer. So yeah, it depends of how the track condition improved.
Yeah, is it going
But
to improve?
imagine if it's going to dry up in 30 minutes. At the moment, we see in 30 minutes it will still be wet, but after that, maybe it will dry up, maybe it will be more wet. Ooh,
Yeah.
really interesting.
There's just no way to be able to tell right now.
Incidents that can happen, especially in those wet conditions.
Always an incident. Yes,
Always
exactly.
the incident.
Always an incident.
I'm glad they don't have a jet engine, so it will be
Yes.
way bit slower.
Exactly.
So now it's 2 minutes to go for the formation lap. The stress coming up, all the conditions try to be the same right now. With a wind was pretty slow. That is pretty good or not. I'm not an expert. The temperature on the track still good for a wet race. Impressive.
Yeah, and good for Britain at night as well. So
Yeah.
I think the drivers will be okay out there. We did see in early cup, I did close my brake ducts to try and keep temperature a little bit higher, but it did mean overheating brakes. So I wonder, will anyone try that today and suffer from overheating brakes, or will they just leave that? And as well, it'll be interesting to see, do you overfuel and try to see what the weather's going to be like later into the race, but then you have to carry a heavy fuel load? We just don't know. But before the drivers do get underway, let's just have another look at our brand new affiliate, Track Titan. Look at that, absolutely brilliant stuff. We welcome Track Titan on board. 30% discount for a subscription to Track Titan. A very, very useful tool if you want to learn how to improve all aspects of racing. Everything from throttle application, brake application, what lines to use. Very, very useful too, especially for ACC. The level of data that they have on ACC is just incredible, but it's also useful as well for iRacing, Assetto Corsa, and Formula 1.
Time to get my subscription back.
Yes, exactly. And support your favorite league here at Phoenix Sim Sport. We are about to get underway.
As we see, Spinner have a drive-through.
Ooh. Oh, yes, yes, yes. He has that
And Ben
applied.
who started with the pit lane.
Oh. Oh, I wonder did he not hit the button in time?
With the
Because
penalty.
I don't think car number 92 had a penalty. Maybe he did.
What's his number?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah, yeah, Ben. I think has maybe been caught out by how quickly it started there, and maybe Ben, could you just confirm? Is that because of not hitting drive? Oh, that's going to be disappointing. That was that would have been a good position there for
yeah.
Ben.
So, yes, no. What can we do? Some people get some position back behind. And Bank who's heading with the pit lane, not the way they wanted to start the race.
Same problem as in Paul Ricard. Ooh. I can't remember what happened, Paul Ricard. If you don't mind letting us know. And if there's anything that we can do.
Do you think he can get back on the P4?
Good question. I don't think it will allow him to get back to P4. I think it will probably keep him wheelie not being detected. That's why. Oh, Ben, that is really unfortunate. Just before the start and after a brilliant qualifying as well. Really sorry to hear that happened. Because I think you would have been in there in that battle today and on for a great result. But yeah, that is unfortunately the nature of sim racing. These things happen.
I think to be tricky with Rivera.
Yeah,
apply some pressure on Rivera.
Yeah.
So McMahon
racing already.
Yeah.
And car number 982 actually starting from the pits as well. I think they did start okay, but maybe got teleported back for position, so that's unfortunate. But they may very well be able then to avoid the carnage at the start of the race. So keep an eye on car 982 for how they do today. Coming around the final corner though, and we are on board with McMahon at the moment, because this will be a great position to watch the start from. Very dark out here as well, so it's going to be tricky conditions. Green light and away we go!
Green light.
Here we go. Who's going to make it first to the first corner? Kevin.
McMahon running through the outside.
Oh!
Keeping it the inside.
McMahon!
Rivera losing it. Wow, what an insane move from McMahon. Grab the outside in the wet condition.
Oh, but Kevin's going to come back though.
White Rivera going to the inside.
Oh.
Holy.
Whoa, what a dive down the inside from Riviera. And he's been touched. No! No, he's been touched from McMahon.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's going to...
It already started. Rivera spinning.
Painful.
What the collision. With that instant battle between these two going around the outside, switch back, and then the collision. Oh, nah.
Yeah, and that was a good move too.
Right behind now is starting last.
Oh,
but can he get
is
back his position? Can he do a Checo Perez like in 2020?
Yeah, it's going to have to be the absolute legendary 2021 Checo Perez. Not the recent Checo Perez, but yeah, let's see what he can do. Maybe it might be a good idea to box early, get the pit window out of the way, because the tires will be fine today. It's all just going to be about your fuel, really, and maybe just undercut everyone. I don't know, but either way, really disappointing.
Right behind him, sniffing his rear.
Yeah, that's got to be a huge amount of pressure.
Right behind him.
He knows exactly.
Right to these mirrors. Kind of scary to have a fast McLaren behind you.
Oh, very much so.
Especially Ticine, and like a great Formula driver say, it's just a question of when a driver gonna pass you. It's not if, it's when. I don't know to speak English. I already destroyed what sentence. No. I say just no. Remember when I try to say something cool, don't make me say that.
So Spinner already in the pits, serving that drive-through, and is back out now in P11. Chenet applying insane pressure to McMahon ahead.
And Chenet got the fastest lap also. Still right
He
behind,
does.
late braking, trail braking through the corner. After nail this corner and all this spray, maybe the dirt here.
Webb
Oh,
getting
can
past Darkness. Let's just take a quick replay of this. Let's go Helicam as Webb gets a brilliant exit out of, I think that was turn 4. And making the move on Darkness. Riviera then has completed his pit stop, so let's take a look at the times. Is the only driver to have completed a pit stop, and he did listen to us. Yeah, bite hack.
Nice call, Riviera.
That probably will be reviewed and after the race, and it's probably going to come down as McMahon's fault. Usually contacts in the rear like that are the driver behind's fault, but Riviera just has to get the head down now and push as hard as he can. That's all he can do. Mr. Viper now on the back of Flynn.
It seems Chenet is struggling to catch up again.
He is.
The gap is now 1 second.
Yeah, and the fastest lap has now changed over. McMahon with a 35.7. So a good lap there from McMahon. And whenever Riviera gets a full clean lap in, we'll let you know what kind of pace he's setting at the moment. He needs to basically
yellow flag.
do quali laps all race. Yellow flag, that's the car.
I think it's
92.
Darkness going way too wide. He's on the grass.
Ooh. Hopefully he's okay. Let's just get a replay. That's a good point. Go back 30 seconds.
Race control is amazing.
It is absolutely brilliant, isn't it? And car 724
misses brake. Yeah,
come.
completely misses braking zone.
Yeah, he's braked far too late. Tries to use the short circuit, realizes he's not allowed to do that, and comes back on track again, and continues.
Oh, can we go back?
Oh, Ferlinski has overtaken McMahon. What happened
really?
there?
Wow.
Yeah, right. So we're gonna have to go back and take a replay at that. Oh, it's car 982. Car 982, I think, caught McMahon out. So something happened. Car 982 is a blue flag. And,
already blue flag?
Yeah, and McMahon caught him so quickly that I think it caught him out. So Chenet got through. And,
but since McMahon got slightly more pace at Chenet, can he get back into P1?
Yeah, that's going to be the question.
Only 5 minutes passed for the race.
Voller has just passed McMahon as well, so
maybe
Voller
he got damage.
No, yeah, maybe he did, but it just seemed maybe he just braked a little bit too late there. We're just watching a replay of that pass, so maybe he's just got out of rhythm. But either way, he needs to get back into it as quickly as possible. He's got the pace. He's got the pace to catch back up and challenge for the win again, but he needs to get back to that rhythm. But for now, Viper chasing down Flynn ahead. 0.2 of a second between the two. Can Viper do anything to get past?
The two livery. I don't know if it's the same team, but not the same car. Strange to see.
Yeah, very strange indeed. Teammates do have to drive in the same car in this championship. But 757
maybe
is
it's a client team.
Yes, indeed. As we see, Spinner getting past Darkness for P10. Spinner recovering after that drive-through earlier in the race. And Viper trying to put the pressure on Flynn, but not quite able to get through for now. Ooh,
A
suffering.
bit wide.
Yeah. So loses a little bit of that advantage as Webby closes in from
Webby
behind as
catching
well.
up behind. It's
Yeah,
a three battle for the same team.
it is.
Strange to see. We actually win WEC 3 cars.
Yeah,
One
yeah,
team.
yeah. Exactly. Oh, there we go, Riviera.
Rivera gets the fastest lap.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Oh, that screen doesn't show lap times. Okay, that sucks. Riviera with the 35.590, which is 1/10 of a second faster than Verlinski. Oh, if Riviera is going to want to catch up, he's going to need to be setting probably 35 zeros, if that's even possible right now. Track has reduced to wet, so it's not flooded anymore. So crack conditions.
And Webby
Webby!
smacks the rear Viper. Wow, what a tricky move. Maybe some
Wow.
bump drift
Okay,
thing,
it's
but
a little bit of,
usually
yeah,
you want to bump drive the car in a straight, not in a corner.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
The last time we do that, it was in Monza. It was not bad thing would happen. Remember?
Yes, indeed. Oh, I do. When I got pit maneuvered. Oh,
Yeah. Ah, yeah. What an awful move that Jens not
terrible,
make.
terrible.
Glad that Mr. Tuchel behind saw that and was definitely not the guy in fault.
And Spinner making his way past Fuller there, we saw a moment ago. So Spinner doing well here. He's up to P9 despite that drive through. So still going to be getting some good points here today. Viper going wide at turn 4, and that allows
Struggling now.
Webby through. Yeah, and Viper was doing really well there. He had a lot of good pace, but
Maybe he got damaged from the incident with Webby.
maybe, and that's just put him off. You know,
Check
so
real quick. Yeah, not seems to have some damage.
yeah.
Viper is trying to get it off right now.
But for now, once again, how many times have we heard this story this season? Shanae in control of this race. Currently setting the fastest lap. He now has improved to a 35.2. So
The pace of Kene starting to get back.
wow, just absolutely incredible stuff. He's settling into that rhythm. And now that he's got into it.
7 seconds behind the Rivera. Is a blue flag car right now, so can he catch up to Rivera and make a blue flag for Rivera? That will be
Wow.
awful for him if
That
that happens.
would
The guy
hurt.
starting from pole and getting blue flagged by Shine.
Yeah, that would hurt an awful lot. Spinner now putting pressure on Ruiz ahead.
Oh yeah, what an interesting battle between these two. The two Ferrari
Yeah, Ferrari
fighting
versus
for-
Ferrari.
V8, sorry.
Down the inside!
And Viper
Oh,
bending it. Wow, what
what
good
a
move.
lunge!
And see Benku behind now is a blue flag car. Oh.
You know, that was quite the move. Oh, did we get a replay? Replay, please. There we go. We just about got it. What a move there.
I think
Down the
McMahon
inside. Beautiful
gets up
stuff.
to Fuller. The gap is 1.1 second now.
Interesting. So,
The gap starting to get interesting. McMahon saying to catch up to Fuller. So can he catch up also to Shine after that if he can overtake Fuller?
I don't think so, because Shanae has just set a 34.9 34.9
Impossible. I don't want to believe it.
in
I
wet
don't want to
weather.
believe it.
Oh,
Is it
my
faster
goodness.
than the pole lap?
Yeah, the pole lap was a 35.1 if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, faster than the pole lap. Absolutely incredible
I don't
stuff. Now,
want to believe it.
it is
Shane,
part
slow
of that.
down. Let others win. You're not Max
Give other
Verstappen,
people
please.
wins.
Next time he should go pro or something.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely. Now, part of the reason why is because the track has now progressed to wet, so it looks like the track is actually getting better.
Yeah.
The rain's
Look,
not
gap
really
with
reducing,
the
so it
roller
probably...
right now. 5 tenths.
Yeah, yeah.
The gap starting to be off. Go to
So
LA cam right now.
this is going to be spicy. Let's go. I'm going to go bumper cam, see what it looks like. Right on the bumper of that
Asetek
Lamborghini ahead.
nailed all the corner. Very consistent. The Aston Martin driver is very good right now in this condition. Very fast right now. Trying to get to lose out a little bit of time to this corner, but gaining a lot of time to this corner. Yeah, oh look at the gap.
Yeah,
Waller done at 37 and McMahon done at 35.5.
yeah, he's catching a huge amount of time per lap, isn't he?
Look how close it is. Oh yeah, it's starting to get very close between these two.
Yeah, this is going to be a spicy
Hope they
race.
don't make an accident like we have seen the start with Rivera.
Yeah, hopefully we can keep it clean here.
Even with all the spray, it seems still to see quite well in front of him.
Yeah, the spray is not as bad as I expected, so it's not going to be as difficult to race behind him. Part of the skill of racing in the wet is trying to deal with the spray blocking your visibility. Oh, man just looks so much more... It looks like he's just got so much more grip.
The
He's
advantage to
hitting
be in the
every
last Martin.
apex. Yeah.
It's good to have some different car now on the grid. Because right we have a lot of Ferrari, a lot of McLaren.
Yeah,
But, we have one Lamborghini, one Mercedes, and two Aston Martin, and one BMW.
for sure. It's great to see. That's one of the benefits of running a BOP system. Because it does mean then that people have confidence to choose different cars, and yeah, it's great to see that there is that selection. Because it can get a little bit stale if everyone just uses the same car all the time. And, oh, the McLaren's the fastest, so just use it. You know, so yeah, I agree. It's good to see a really good selection. These two have evened out a little bit. Volder has picked up the pace and is now setting mid-35s, same as McMahon. now Voller seems to have got into
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little bit of a rhythm, and he's starting to pick up the pace now.
Oh, and McMahon pitting.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so McMahon wants to get in
Want to get the undercut.
and get the undercut. Yeah, that's an interesting
But
tactic.
isn't it a bit too early? Like, usually we want to
Yeah,
box at
with
the middle of the race. Now
only
with 10 minutes of the optimal pit window. You
yeah,
can say that.
yeah. So it's gonna be interesting to see whereabouts he comes out, because he might come out in traffic. Let's take a look at the map. Car number 17 in the pits at the moment, unless he's seen a bit of a gap on his map where he would be happy to drop into.
Yeah, maybe we get no traffic. I hope you'll not get no traffic, because if you get into traffic, the undercut will not be that good.
No, exactly, exactly. Oh, Ben Koo is back on track. Excellent.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but
Ben,
just 3
we
laps
missed you
behind.
there. Yep, but it's on the same lap as Spinner, so at least we'll get a good bit of racing. So, car number 17 is out in P9. Got a little bit of free air, 5 seconds worth to be Fuller ahead. So I'm sure he probably would have wanted a little bit more free air than that, but he's got a little bit to play with.
Guess who is behind him? Rivera is behind him. Could he be 10?
Oh,
So
sorry.
it might be not that what he wanted.
Yes,
It's
indeed.
when you got have the pole man behind you, and you when the pole man is the guy that you spin out at the start.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that would be interesting.
It's going to be very interesting
I
indeed.
don't think Rivera will be that kind with him.
No, exactly. He could be exceptionally aggressive. But let's keep an eye on how things go here. We did see there in the replay Ben Koo overtaking Spinner, then immediately losing it again by making a mistake at the next corner. So that battle will continue for a little bit longer.
Oh yeah, we have only 2 cars that box, Rivera and McMahon, so they definitely wanted to fight between each other.
Definitely, they can legitimately fight for position.
And
but
Rivera is slightly faster than him, I think.
he is.
Oh, it seemed to be interesting.
McMahon may very well have actually struggled on his outlap there, setting only a 1 minute 40.
If they fight between each other, all that undercut will certain nothing.
That's the problem. They won't be able to fight too hard with each other, otherwise, yeah. All of that disappears. The issue is, car 970, Ben Fuller, is catching F. Ruiz ahead, so they are going to battle, which will slow down McMahon and Riviera. So, this is going to be tricky.
Interesting.
And McMahon now is in range of Fuller. And with 38 minutes to go, it's still early for the guys in front to box. So this is the problem with boxing too early. You can end up getting a little bit stuck behind drivers that just are running that bit longer. Sorry, not Ben Fuller, Brandon Fuller. Apologies. Oh, McMahon.
Wide.
Yeah, breaking a little late there.
And Darkness got a drive too.
Oh, so he has. So, car 724, not even halfway through this race, getting a drive-through, but clearing that now. Here we go,
McVeigh
can
is very
McCann.
close to Fuller, and Rivera also is very close to McVeigh.
Yeah,
Flashing
Riviera.
his headlight, sending him through the outside. Those Fuller let off the throttle to get again right control.
Oh, oh
And Rivera
no!
pit. Wow!
No!
Oh no!
No!
What a no full
Oh!
race from Rivera.
Oh, we've went a little bit too far back here, but let's take a look. Let's go on board with Fuller. Fuller gets overtaken by McMahon down the straight, which is good stuff there. And then tries to hang it down the inside, but oh, that's a tough one to call, actually, on whose fault that is. But it doesn't matter whose fault it is, because Riviera lost even more time. Oh, that's gone from bad to worse. As McMahon then does recover up to P7 at the moment, and now has 17 seconds worth of clean air to be able to try to continue this undercut. Let's take a look at the timing sheet. Still, McMahon and Riviera are the only two that have already boxed. Everyone else still yet.
Mav, I'm sorry, I'm gonna leave you for this moment.
No problem at all. Thank you very much to Juice for joining us today. I hope everyone enjoyed having to Juice join us. And we will see you next time.
They like that.
Yes, of course they do.
That
Of course they
with
do.
brilliant French accent saying
Yes.
absolutely everything, but in the bad way.
Yeah. No, thank you very much for joining us today, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Thank you. All right, now, everyone, you're all mine. Riviera once again is caught back up to Ben Fuller. And let's see how we get past here. 0.7 seconds of a gap. Ooh, that was a little bit wobbly there from Kevin. I wonder, was that trying to get a little bit early on the throttle? Webby losing several positions. Let's go back here. Yeah. He's off track there for some reason. So, not quite sure what that was for. Let's see if we can go back 60 seconds. Let's see if we can see what happened. Coming out of the hairpin. And it's completely unforced, touches the grass. And it just sends the car wide. Easy mistake to make. And then a little cheeky donut for the crowd. And yeah, it's just an unfortunate unforced error from car 13. And is now sitting in P6. Viper and Flynn both got ahead as a result of that. Okay, replay, please. Thank you. And Webby now with the job of trying to chase back down Viper, try and take back P5. Kevin right up behind Ruiz. coming out of turn 4. Kevin keeping it close to the inside, gonna dive down around the outside. Beautiful move. What a move there from Kevin to move up to P8. Ben moving up to P12 as Mr. Spinner jumps in the garage. Is that for a scheduled pit stop? Looks like it most likely is. Now, this is going to be interesting. Flynn, Viper, and Webb all very close together here at the moment. They're all within about 2 seconds of each other. All 757 Motorsport drivers. Webby, having caught the back of these guys, deciding then to take his pit stop right on the 30 minutes mark. So we are halfway through this race. Webby boxing, trying to undercut these guys, while Flynn and Viper try to battle it out on track for now. Looking like this is going to be a full wet session then. No dry weather showing up on the radar at the moment. The rain looking like it's going to keep the same intensity throughout as well. Oh, interesting. Flynn and Viper both boxing on the same lap, so wanting to cover any kind of undercut that Webby could make. It's going to be interesting to see what Webby's outlap then is like. That could decide these positions. McMahon then does get back up to P4. So McMahon currently the leader of those that have pitted. Kevin then next, and Shanae boxing as well. So again, right halfway through this session, Shanae getting his pit stop out of the way. And Webby's going to come down around the outside. And Webby then has undercut. Oh, I saw Ferrari spinning I think that was Spinner. Spinner was trying to go around the outside as well, but unfortunately he touched the curb and lost out as a result. Voller then is next in the pits, as well as Crossland takes the lead of the Brands Hatch race. Webby having done a massive undercut on Viper and Flynn ahead, doing a great job to put in an absolutely amazing flying lap. Or sorry, outlap. McMahon now, right on the bumper of Voller ahead. So now that Voller has pit as well, McMahon now right back on Voller's bumper. But he's lost a little bit of that time. As Crossland then does decide to box, and that is going to let Sinead back into the lead of this race. He takes over control once again. Gap to Voller, 16 seconds at the halfway mark. So control definitely in Sinead's hands right now. See whereabouts car 76 is going to come out. Ruiz is next in the pits as well. Can car 76 get out in front of Webby? Car 13 coming down around the final corner at the minute. And he does, so Crossland doing a great job here. P5 and is out 8 seconds ahead of Webby. So a great race so far for the car number 76. The Mercedes man doing a great job. Getting some solid points here today, if he can hold on to that. Viper getting very feisty indeed with Webby ahead. So Webby doing a good job to undercut and take the position, but now that Viper and Flynn are up to temperature, Viper now applying the pressure to Webby ahead. take a look once again at overall timings. Car 74 and car 92 still yet to make a pit stop in this race. 22 minutes to go. As 92 then does make a pit stop, only one more driver then needing to make that mandatory pit stop. Yellow flag for car 30, that's Ruiz. What happened to Ruiz? Let's go a little bit wide there in the penultimate corner. And then coming down. No! Contact with Riviera! Oh my goodness, Riviera cannot catch a break this race. Rez pitting that, most likely 4 damage, and Riviera will have lost a little bit of time there once again. And oh, this has been, unfortunately, potentially one to forget for Riviera here today. Had the pace, you know, certainly the challenge for the top spot. Shanae, now that he's settled in, probably would have taken it anyway. But yeah, without those incidents, car number 419 would have been there, at least able to fight it. Overtaking Fuller at the moment. But anyway, over to McMahon and Voller at the moment. McMahon back into 1 second attack range of the Lamborghini ahead. 1 second a lap faster last lap than Voller. Interestingly though, their best laps only 2 milliseconds apart. So these guys seemingly on paper very well matched. Less than 20 minutes to go. Oh, McMahon going wide! And that's going to lose an awful chunk of time that he did build all the way up there in catching Voller. So it's going to take a bit more time to catch that all back up again. Now that Webby's got a little bit more settled down, he seems to be able to increase the gap to the cars behind. Not really catching the cars in front though. Crossland looking like he's got the pace to be able to hold on to P5 here today. Webby might have to settle for P6, but he looks at least like he's got the cars behind covered, which is pretty good news for the McLaren man. Likely have wanted to be a little bit further forward. Not that far forward though. As we take a trip onto the gravel, we just say that he does have the gap covered. No, he doesn't. Now Viper is back within that 1 second attack time. And so probably going to see a little bit of blood in the water. Let's just take a look at what looks like from the, let's go bonnet cam, as Webby making a little mistake ahead, but so does Viper, so he's not able to capitalize on it at this point. A little cheeky Webby wing cam. That is a very nice livery for the 757 boys. Probably shouldn't have cigarette sponsorship on there. Please don't smoke, kids. But very nice livery all the same. Viper struggling to stick with the pace here. Bit of a flash of the lights, try and do something. Wow, Ferlinski just putting in a 34.3 lap time. Absolutely insane lap time from car number 70. Just to really put a stamp on how well he's driven here today. Has not put a foot wrong. 15 minutes to go. Viper a tiny bit quicker than Webby this lap, by 0.3 of a second. So he's cutting that gap down now to 1.5. See there some of the intervals on your screen at the moment. Or the question is, can Flynn get in this battle? 37.3 last lap, whereas Viper did a 36.9. But Viper struggling on this lap. So Webby with a 36.3. Viper is going to put in a 38.7, so he's made a mistake this lap. And Flynn with the 37.5. So, yep, Flynn catching an awful lot more than Viper. To Viper, rather. McMahon, though, rapidly catching Fuller. I wonder... McMahon putting it in the 34s. The only driver other than Shanae to put it in the 34s. Yeah, Kevin, it's been a bit of an unfortunate one there today. Definitely a question of what could have been. Ten minutes to go here at Brands Hatch. McMahon trying to close down Voller ahead, but Voller faster on that previous lap. Viper trying to catch Webby ahead, but again, Webby just that little bit quicker on that previous lap. Flynn losing ground to Viper as well. So really seeing just the field just spreading out a little. McMahon doing everything he can to try and get back into range here of Voller. Everyone looking like they've got pretty well settled into a bit of a rhythm here and getting used to the conditions. gap here is just increasing and decreasing the same amount each lap. Both drivers down into the low 35s, pushing each other as much as they can. With us coming down into the last 5 minutes of this race, are we going to be able to see a bit of a battle here? We've got a bit of a stalemate. No one really able to push the advantage at the moment. 1.7 seconds between the two. Voller now putting in a lap time in the 34.9s. That might be enough to just hold on to this position in these final couple of laps. So now we've got 3 drivers that have set fastest laps in the 34s. Today is by far and away the best though on a 34.3. Not long for us left to go. Benku catching darkness ahead. Wonder, can Ben grab another little cheeky position here? Oh. Oh, it warped away from Benku. Unfortunately. Let's take a look. Ben, round the outside of darkness. Getting the move done. McCann now right on the bumper of Voller. 2:41 to go in this race. Let's take a look from the bumper. Heading into the spray of the Lamborghini ahead. beautiful sound from that Aston Martin. Beautiful, beautiful sound. Man, the closest I think he's been in a long time. Being very cool, calm and collected there. Ooh, a little bit of a wiggle from Voller. Take a little bit of a look at what happened there out of turn 1. Yeah, big slide, trying to get on the par. So that's cost a little bit of time to McMahon behind. Leader on the final lap of this race. Voller desperately trying to get the blue flag ahead out of the way. He has got a charging McMahon right on his tail. He can't afford to lose any time to a blue flag, but he's gone wide. He's going to lose momentum down into the next corner, but he holds on to it. Shanae does cross the line to, I think start another lap actually. So we are going to get one more lap. Our engineer lied to us. Ooh, big slide. So Voller is going to be under pressure for another lap with traffic still ahead. That is now Fuller ahead. Gets out of the way nicely. Staying out of the way for McMahon as well. And now we've got another car in front of us. Battle for P2. Absolutely going down to the wire here. And rain will be reducing in 30 minutes time. And leader has finished, so Shanae winning once again, making it 8 of 9 races in this season. Another beautiful drive there today. Crossland does cross the line. P5, Webby P6. We'll get to them in a moment. But Voller is going to cross the line and take P2 here today. And McMahon gonna have to settle for P3. Riviera will be disappointed today with a P4. That is the race that could have been. And he'll be disappointed with that result there today. Rightfully so. He didn't really put a foot wrong, and yeah, lost so much time as a result of things just out of his control. But still some good solid points there. Crossland P5, Webby P6, Viper then P7, Flynn P8, Fuller P9, Benku P10, Darkness Control P11, and Spinner then rounding it out with P12. So, an interesting race there today. The battle for P2 going right down to the wire. The championship battle in the rest of the positions for the Hall of Fame also still up for grabs as well. Who is going to end up in the Hall of Fame at the end of the season? There is only one way to find out, and that is joining us next week for the final round of the season. It is a 2-hour long finale. I hope you're gonna join us for that and enjoy some more epic racing. Don't forget, as we see someone getting pit maneuvered, don't forget to check out our affiliates Track Titan and Asetek. We'll see you again next time. Bye.